2018. This is a start of history. Brawl Stars went global, and players were not infected of spinning. Solo Showdown was actually fun to play, but what I am going to tell you will blow your mind. After a while, bad players found a new way to play, teaming up in Solo Showdown. But why did players start teaming? Well, it all started simply. Players spinning their joysticks to signal peace, and in groups destroy others one by one in unfair fights 2 or even more versus 1. At first, Shelly and Bull were the most popular picks because of their strong close-range attack. They also were unbeatable in close combat. But the scale of teaming was not even comparable to what I will show you. It got a little more serious with Dynamite and Barley. Their explosive projectiles allowed them to stay safe and shoot other players behind the walls. Their shot ability matched this two brawlers so much in Showdown. At start, for most people, teaming was fun, but not everyone was happy about it. Did Supercell step in? You ask? Not yet. They let players enjoy their freedom. On more open maps, the Queen of McDonald, teaming, was Pam. Teaming was getting more and more serious. How much bigger did it get? You wonder. Well, it was hard to get a lobby with normally playing opponents. For non-teaming players, it could be even them versus rest lobby, but luckily that not happened that often. When Rosa was realized, many people teamed with her. Shield and tanking abilities made her the perfect brawler for teaming, soaking up damage and then farming another super with easy cycle. So why Supercell did nothing about it, you ask? She could take all the hits and stay alive, but every brawler has his counter, for example Shelly, and also teaming was risky because of backstabbers. By now, Supercell started to notice and began making changes to maps, like adding bushes and choke points to reduce visibility and make teaming harder. But did it work, you ask? Not really. Players adapted quickly, and teaming continued to dominate. We also need to mention 4 modificators which Supercell added to reduce teaming: Meteor Shower, Energy Drinks, Health Zones, and Showdown Mode. Meteors fall for groups of players to make teaming harder. Energy Drinks and Healing Mushrooms was spawning near solo players away from Gropus. That fought pretty good with teamers, but as all we know, got removed. The one mode that literally killed teaming also got removed because it was too hard for new players to understand mechanics of this mode. The Graveyard Shift took some HP for every second, and to survive and regenerate HP, you needed to shoot and kill other players. In 2019 and 2020, Supercell stopped fighting teaming, so it was the peak of teaming. Was it even possible to play without encountering teamers? You might ask. Almost impossible. Edgar became super popular this year, thanks to his jumping ability, allowing him to escape. We need to mention that teamers feed supers themselves and were ready to go for unfair fights with non-teaming players. Teaming was still going strong. Also to game was released a new strong brawler called 8-Bit. He was strong because of his star power, which gave him second life. He was a popular Showdown pick and dominated the meta. But after some time got nerfed 3 times, and finally in 2020, his op star power got removed. Then B was added to the game with broken star power. She gained popularity because it left her on 1 horsepower when normally she should die. Due to that, Bay was often picked for teaming 2021. The battle against teaming continued, with the toxic cloud moving faster to force earlier fights. Would this finally stop it? Not that much, because why people should stop teaming cause of that. The problem with teaming was it spread it for players, because if you didn't want it to team, teamers will always focus you, and you end up losing your trophies. So players must team. To make things even worse, players started using emotes and pins to signal their alliances. We also know win trading was gaining popularity, but I will explain it later. In this year, we received a Thanks Brawler buff. That made them charge their super while they were damaged. El Primo was doing the best, and after that, he was picked by many teamers. Also in 2022, El Primo signed to be favorite pick of teamers, but Shelly went straight into Showdown meta. Then nothing really happened about Showdown and teaming. In 2023, Buzz was often picked by the teamers. Because of his supercharging area, a few Buzz teamers stand in near circles and feed tier supers, and then started to eliminate rest lobby. But quickly then, Meg showed up as a strong, teaming brawler due to crazy buffs that made her one of the best brawlers in the game. She was spawning already with her mech, and she could heal up by just not shooting as normal brawler. But if you take her down out of her mech, which was hard already, you needed to kill her another form from where she could go back in mech. Win trading was another form of teaming, but much worse. It was different than normal teaming. Players sniped to yourselves and matched in same lobby to unfairly kill others. The thing was, normal teamers didn't have trust, but win traders were people who literally could seat on Discord and unfairly held themselves to win every game. Surge was probably the best non-teaming brawler. In good hands, he could clap teamers up. If you don't believe me, search up Snake Thug Surge. These changes shifted the meta, encouraging more aggressive, independent play. Did this finally stop teaming, you ask? Well, teaming started to decline, especially at lower trophy levels, as players began to fight more on their own. 2024. Today, teaming is a normal thing. You charge your super, you backstab. But after the newest update, it is less common, though it still exists, especially at the 1,000 plus trophies. But many people are spreading non-teaming trend, which also affected on some players to start playing on their own. The cool thing is, in early game, you need to collect boxes, so it's perfect moment to hunt teamers down and disrupt early team formations. In 2024, you can find your way with teaming and no teaming, but non-teaming is harder and require more skill. That's why most of teamers are bad players. Over the years, Supercell has tried everything, from meteor showers to new brawlers and updated modifiers, to manage teaming. Did it work, you ask? The game has evolved to adapt to the community's creativity. And while teaming isn't as prevalent today, it's still part of Brawl Stars' history. Comment below, teaming is cringe, and I will give you a heart. Thanks for watching, leave a like and subscribe. Bye.